Does look like this game is going to get underway, which is going to be good. If you missed out on the first game, CLG did win that first game and find themselves 1-0 up in this best of 3 against Na'Vi. Morgana was banned in the last game and has been banned in this game as well. So a fairly common ban, like I said already. And Irelia getting banned as well. She was also banned in the last game. So both teams quite happy to sort of ban similar people, it seems. I feel like I should ask everyone a question. There's a lot of activity in chat today, which is nice. It's always nice when there's a lot of people in chat. Right, we'll go for, as there is a ban there from Karthus, and we have got an Ari ban as well. So very similar bans. All 4 of these were banned in the last game. So it seems that both teams were pretty happy with those bans. Don't know if we're going to see. Obviously, Nvidia is not going to get banned. We might see a Riven ban if they were really that worried about Riven in the last game. But there is an interesting Rammus ban that we see in the end. Someone's saying, was it not 2 Brummies last time? That was me. I was one of these apparent Brummies. I'm actually from London, so not entirely sure where that was coming from. And that final ban there for Jana or Yana or however you want to say it. I think I'll stick with Jana from now on because everyone said it was better. Yeah, there is a lot of problem with like you say, Elo Hell. If you have one bad person on your team, it really can affect you in a really negative way. As the first pickup there is Maokai. Obviously he will be going jungle. Maokai is a very strong jungler, has got very strong ganks. His ulti can be very, very effective for reducing a lot of damage in big team fights. So always a very strong pick. It looks like Shen is going to get picked up again by Na'Vi, even though he was pretty much ineffective in that last game completely, and they have this time picked up Alistair, who was not banned in the end. So an interesting pickup here. Shen was pretty much useless, for use of a better word, in that last game, but they have decided to stick with him, and obviously feel that it was just a little bit of a blimp, or the team they were against did not suit Shen at all. Obviously Alistair getting picked up as well, very strong either support or jungle. Be interesting to see where he's going, can't be entirely sure yet. So we are seeing a Kog'Maw and a Nunu lock in for this bottom lane. Obviously Kog'Maw is going to be carrying, Nunu is going to be support, so pretty strong play characters even for these two in this bottom lane. And it does look like Soroka and Graves are going to be the opposition to Nunu and Kog'Maw. Graves, fairly strong early game, his ult does a fair bit of damage, and Soroka obviously giving you a lot of sustainability in lane. I'm not sure how Graves is going to be faring against Kog'Maw towards late game though. Kog'Maw is very strong as the game progresses, so it's going to be pretty hard. as it looks like Riven is going to get picked up. Was so strong against Shen in that last game, so why not take him again? You can completely win that lane again and cause Na'Vi complete and utter chaos from that top lane. And it does look like we are going to see Froggen playing Nvidia in mid, so we can see how strong that mid play is going to be. We don't yet see a mid character for Na'Vi, so I'm going to wait and see who they pick up. Looks like they might be picking up Fizz. Quite an interesting pick, not a bad character at all. Does a lot of damage. And that is indeed a lock-in. So quickly running through the team, CLG with Maokai, Kog'Maw, Nunu, Riven and Nvidia facing off against Na'Vi, who are playing with Shen, Alistar, Soroka, Fizz and Graves. We are going to see Alistar jungle. Can be a very, very strong jungle. So this game will be starting within the next few minutes. Just going to take a quick little break. Something I need to do. Please stick with the stream. This game will be starting very, very shortly. Hopefully it's going to be an interesting game. Would love to see a third game, but from what I can tell with these setups, I just can't help but feel that CLG have got a stronger setup. So we will see. But stick with this, and this game will be coming up very shortly. And I have returned. What have we got? 1 minute left. Wonderful. This game will be starting very shortly. Like I said already, I think CLG might just have it in this. I did see Nvidia and Froggen playing yesterday. Was such a strong pick, but Fizz is a very strong mid himself, so it could be a very interesting competition. Apologies. Feel free to send various complaints and stuff to my personal email address at 123fakestreet at noonecares.com. As we see, this game is going to be getting underway. If we quickly have a look back through these teams, we have got Maokai, Kog'Maw, Nvidia, Riven and Nunu versus Shen, Alistar, Soroka, Fizz and Graves. As we can see, CLG winning out on the skin war pretty comfortably, and they are pretty much dead cert to win the game solely because of that one fact. A very nice Nunu skin, as we can see. Do like that skin quite a lot. Interesting that Nunu and Nvidia do have a kind of a small link. Nunu's Ice Blast does enable the chill effect for Frostbite on Nvidia, so Nvidia can hit out her E straight away and still get the double damage. Quick little fact for you guys if you didn't already know that one. I'm sure all of you knew it already, because why would you not know that already? Why not? Why not indeed? And that was strange. The game skipped 30 seconds into the future. Well, that was very interesting. Maybe the game has been sped up because they cancelled it. It does look like Na'Vi are going to come in. Riven dropping back comfortably here. A little bit unsure what's going on in this game. That weird 30-second skip forward completely thrown me in this game. So we have got the whole of Na'Vi, or Na'Vi? Na'Vi? It's not Na'Vi, it's definitely Na'Vi. Have got the whole of Na'Vi all waiting in a very, very odd position. All tightly grouped together in a group of trees. That's like the start of a bad joke. What have we got? They got a cow, a unicorn, Graves, and a ninja. This game... Oh, sorry if I bursted people's ears. Man. Anyway, CLG pretty much happy, it seemed, to let them get across there. The ward has gone down, so they do have vision on this golem at the moment. I think they're sitting here in case someone came across to pick up blue, then they could have snuck straight back in, picked up a nice kill. Shen taunting away as he can. as Riven and Nvidia come across. Riven could be in a little bit of trouble here. Riven has been spotted. And here comes Malachi as well. So it's only three of Na'Vi here, as Malachi gets pushed off really easily there. Obviously all on his own now. And it looks like Alistair is going to steal this golem, which is going to be a very nice take for them. So, like I said, Alistair has picked up that golem buff. Now it looks like he's going to come into mid, and Nvidia needs to be a little bit careful here. Alistair is going to have a fair bit of CC, Fizz doing a fair bit of damage, the flash going down from Nvidia. Now she's out of position, does drop the ignite. Summon a heal dropped from Fizz, isn't going to drop in the end, neither is Nvidia. Is going to get dropped down into egg form though, so well played there from Alistair, and now he can come back and pull off a strong gank at mid lane. So Nvidia needs to be a little bit careful now. As we said, Fizz went really low, but that summoner heal just about kept him up. As Alistair got a heal there from Soroka and looked like he wanted to jump straight back in on Nvidia at mid again. She doesn't have flash up, doesn't have ignite up, so it could be quite an easy kill as Alistair does come in but decides not to engage. Graves doing a bit of damage down here to Cogmore, and Riven having the best of it up in top lane yet again. If you have just joined us, guys, this is the MSI final between CLG and Na'Vi. CLG did win the first game. This is a best of 3, and from what I can tell already, they seem to be asserting themselves well on this game. Obviously Alistair with some good opportunities at mid, but not coming to anything. As Malachi really getting closed out in this jungle at the moment, only level 2, doesn't have a golem buff, whereas Alistair level 3 with golem buff as well. So currently, Alistair looking a lot stronger, as Malachi is still waiting around trying to pick up this one Wraith that he really seems to want quite a lot. Alistair looking around there, as we're going to follow Nunu around for a little bit. See it from his moves. See where he moves. Does get silenced there. It takes one shot from Graves and one shot from Sona. Deciding that I don't really like that camera actually that much. Riven has picked up red. Great steal from her. Obviously, you kind of expect it because Alistair was so much in the other team's jungle. He has picked that up quite easily. So Riven now with red in this top lane is going to be a real annoyance for Shen, to say the least. So Shen really could be in a bit of trouble in terms of farming and CS here. If anyone is having lag, it cannot be me, because I get told every time the stream lags out on XSplit. So I will tell you when it happens, but not yet apparently. It does happen. I do have Virgin Media internet, the fastest you can get in England, and it's still rubbish. So complain to them. But at the moment the stream should be perfectly fine. Definitely watch it in 720p plus, because it is the best. As Graves, Cogmore trading off blows in this bottom lane. Cogmore up to 35 CS, Graves on 37, so a very close contest. Obviously Soroka does have that heal and the mana regen for Graves in the shape of Infuse, so they are going to have a little bit more survivability down in that lane and sustainability as well. As Riven comes straight in, telling Shen that she's not going to get bossed around. People not heard of Virgin Media? You must have, surely. Virgin Media, Richard Branson, the King of Virgin. I think he's like the #1 Twitter person or something like that. I remember reading that recently. As we can see, Nvidia doesn't have a golem buff, whereas Fizz does. So Fizz quite able to control this mid lane at the moment. And Nvidia losing out on a little bit of CS in this lane to the tower. as Riven is seemingly going in for the counter jungle at the moment from top lane, which is a nice play to see. Has got this ward down in Tribush, knows when she's going to get ganked. Pushing her lane really quite strong, so can push out into the enemy jungle and pick up pretty much wherever she wants without being spotted by Shen, who doesn't have a ward out yet. As Fizz doing a lot of damage in mid, Maokai coming in as well, great twisted advance and really good damage there, and flash in there from Maokai. And Nvidia just about staying up, did have the egg off cooldown, not sure if Fizz might not have known that, and Nvidia picking up a good assist for her at mid. She does have 1900, I'm sure we'll be picking up a catalyst as the next item. Not yet, no, deciding to pick up a Kindle Gem and a Sapphire Crystal, so going for a slightly different setup. Tend to see boots then rush to the catalyst for Nvidia players. Obviously something else is going on here. In terms of farm already, Riven starting to pull ahead of Shen, who seems to be struggling quite a lot in this top lane. He's getting those cheap stuns put on him by Riven, stopping him picking up CS when he wants to. And it just allows Riven to pull ahead. As we can see, she's just about 70 minions to Shen's 50, so 20 CS different as well. Alistar coming in on mid here, and Nvidia still has egg up though, so this might not be the best move. Fizz dropping ult onto Nvidia, she will probably go down into egg form. But besides that, she'll be fine. No, managing just to get away, still with that golem up. Definitely does have egg up. As Nunu now comes in from the side, does drop the ice blast. And Nvidia using that to her advantage, dropping a strong frostbite. Shen not quite managing to get in. And now Alistar in a lot of trouble. If Nvidia can get the frostbite off, will get the double damage, but doesn't quite manage to get enough. And does go down to egg from a tower shot there. So well played there from CLG, countering that gank on Nvidia mid. And now Nivea's egg's down. You can't really afford to 2v2 gank an Nvidia when she's got egg up, because it makes everything a lot more complicated. Oh yeah. So, sorry about that, I was just switching something around. Someone just said that it was the wrong around. I'm pretty sure that'll be fixed for you guys now. Completely forgot about that. Taking that a look. So, checking it out at the moment. CLG 2 kills ahead at the moment, 2,000 gold ahead as well. Really starting to assert themselves like they did in the last game. Upon this Na'Vi team, who have picked out characters that struggled last game, Shen in particular, and who is struggling again, so they obviously have a lot of faith in Shen. Maybe misplaced. Fizz coming in doing a lot of damage onto Nvidia, does have golem buff, so Fizz looking to try and pick that up. Is going to take a lot of damage and gets pushed under that turret, so not going to be the greatest thing in the world. Nvidia did have egg down, so that would have been a really good kill there for Fizz. Unfortunately, he didn't quite manage to pick it up. Seems like there is minor action going on in this bottom lane, as we see Cogmore in those 72 farm, Graves ever so slightly ahead, which you kind of would expect. Graves has got a lot of poke early game, but towards the later game, if Cogmore can stay within probably about 10-15% of the CS of Graves, he's going to be fine. He's going to pump out a lot more damage in those team fights you would expect. As it looks like Maokai coming back from a almost unnecessary trip into the enemy's jungle, as we see this tower very low in mid lane, so it does seem Nvidia is having the best of it in this mid lane. Has picked up a Tear of the Goddess this time instead, and still looking down this bottom lane, Graves completely happy to harass as much as possible. Has got Sirocco as his support, so it's basically a walking mana and health pool, so why not? We just watched Graves pick up some farm. Doesn't look like there's too much else going on, and Graves does find himself bang on 100 CS, only beaten by Riven up in that top lane to the 100 CS race. Cogmore 15 CS behind, so not terrible at all, but Graves, obviously with Soraka support, is finding it a lot easier. Yeah, this is the MSI Nvidia Qualifier trophy final. Shen picking up a kill on Nvidia, which I did not see. Shen still out in this middle lane, so Fizz would have been doing a lot of damage to Nvidia and would have helped pick up that kill, as I was mishappily reading through the comments and watching Graves and Cogmore fight. My bad. It's been a long day. As Cogmore just being stopped from going back there by Graves again, and Shen coming back into this top lane, fresh from his kill on Nvidia, which I'm sure he's very happy about. Every time there's a fight, I don't show it. I'm always showing the fights. You just can't watch all of the fights at the same time. Dragon has been up for a fairly long time now, neither team looking like they want to pick it up quite yet. There have been some flashes down, it is warded averagely well by both teams, better warded by CLG, by Na'Vi, apologies. So it's going to be interesting to see which team tries to assert themselves on it first and try and pick up this first dragon. We did see Na'Vi pick up the first dragon in the last game. As a lot of damage going on to Alistar, does use his ult to stay up. Riven now coming in as well, so it's going to be a 3-on-1 onto Alistar, who flashes over the wall, really good flash there. Nunu trying to do anything in this lane, but just not really going to do that much in the river. They are now going to jump in onto Dragon. The skill shot ulti from Fizz doing a little bit of damage there, but not doing that much. CLG really happy to try and do two things at once here. Now the fight goes down. Shen coming in with really a good taunt there, but Alistar dropping. Cogmore trying to be taken down. I do believe CLG just picked it up as Na'Vi pick up a kill with Fizz. Alistar picks up Shen. Nvidia picks up Shen. Graves just about going to get away. Good wall there from Nvidia to try and slow down Soraka, but not quite getting the angle right there. Apologies for that. I was trying to watch everything and got nothing right. CLG just about picked up. They must have picked up because Alistar's smite is still on cooldown. So I would assume that they would have got a smite take there in the form of Maokai, which they probably did. If someone can confirm that I got that right, that would be very useful, but I'm pretty sure they did pick it up. So Nvidia starting to look really strong, has picked up a Philosopher's Stone as well, so she wanted all that sustainability that she probably would have had from the Catalyst, but it decided to not go that way this time. So up in this top lane, Riven and Shen still trading off blows. Cogmore trying to pick up as much farm as possible, still hasn't managed to hit that 100, whereas Graves has pulled ahead now somewhat, is 33 minions in front, and is starting to look a fair bit stronger than Cogmore, but in terms of team fights, CLG still looking the stronger and better coordinated team. As Fizz may be looking for some kind of cheeky attack on Golem here. Doesn't look like it's going to be coming through, as it's not even up, and Nvidia has already picked it up, so a little bit of a waste of time there. So both teams pretty much farming it out at the moment. CLG have picked up that first dragon, so are ever so slightly ahead, as we can see. Have got that turret as well and 3 extra kills, so are ahead in the gold, and they are looking the stronger of the two teams at the moment. A lot of flashes going down from Na'Vi all over the place. Feel like they might be getting ganked in this tribush, which they're not. Looks like Fizz is going to be coming down into this bottom lane, maybe looking to pick up a kill himself, but Nunu and Cogmore have backed off really early and look like they're going to be picking up red for Cogmore. Nvidia doing a lot of damage onto Alistar, has popped his ult, has gone Ignite on him. Nvidia does flash in and picks up the kill with a great Glacial Storm and Frostbite. is going to get hit by that ulti there from Fizz. Going to take a fair bit of damage. Nvidia does have Egg up at the moment, so should be fine in that respect. Is going to go down to Egg, but now Graves and Soroka come in, and Nvidia is going to drop here, unfortunately. And that is going to be a pick up there for Fizz, and he's going to now have double buff, as you can quite clearly see. So, unlucky there for Nvidia. Did some good damage there against Alistar, but obviously flashing forward to pick up the kill, so didn't have the flash to get away in the end. As we see Cogmore moving into mid game, starting to look a lot stronger in terms of picking up CS. Graves not looking weak at all, but now Nunu and Cogmore starting to move into a more aggressive part of the game. Cogmore looking to try and get this tower down as quickly as he can. Fizz on the wrong side of the jungle might find himself caught out here. Maokai was following him, but has decided to drop off, and Fizz does get hit by the little Trent. It's not actually called a Trent, is it? Sapling. Of course that's the one. Should be called a Trent, why not? That's what Maokai is. I'm just talking to myself. As we can see, Nunu and Cogmore really starting to come into their own in this bottom lane. Cogmore looking pretty strong at the moment. Obviously that Boar Blood from Nunu is giving him a lot more attack speed that he needs, and the movement speed as well, so can get a lot of damage down onto Graves. CLG with 2 turrets down and have got Dragon down already, 3 kills up, and find themselves a fair bit ahead. As Fizz coming in for a ninja gank, coming into this back bush, gonna let Graves and Soroka push forward probably, but Fizz, yeah, is going to stick around and is going to jump forward. Shen and Riven are going to bump into each other into the woods here, in the jungle even. Woods, jungle, same place, same thing. Cogmore coming back into lane, doing a fair bit of damage. The skill nuke shot there from Fizz, not really doing anything, didn't hit in the end. Chum the waters. And as we can see, Maokai coming back into lane. Bit of a tough contest. Nvidia doing a lot of damage onto Alistar again in this mid lane. Almost a parallel situation to what we saw already. But has this time managed to get away. Obviously Nvidia didn't have Ignite. Fizz is going to bump into Riven in the river. He's going to jump away here. Looks like he's going to be fine, so nothing's going to be going on here as CLG swarm into the river. So a good little escape there from Fizz as the wall goes down on the golem. So CLG are going to have a lot of vision. As Shen is just pushing through on this top lane. Don't think he's going to go too hard on this top turret. He's going to be looking to teleport across. He is going for the teleport across like Guess, and he is going on to Graves. Shadow dashes away randomly, and he's now going to teleport back as CLG look like they want to pick up Dragon. They have started already, and they are going to pick this up. So even though Shen came down there, the amount of damage that Graves was taking was enough for CLG to pick up that Dragon quite comfortably without any engagement of any kind. So really strong play here from CLG. As Riven bumping into Fizz again in the jungle. Fizz hopping over that wall, cool as you like, and getting away as Nvidia picks up Golem Bluff. Will be looking very, very strong in this mid lane. Alistar getting caught out of position here. It's going to take a lot of damage. Definitely going to drop. Does this time drop to Riven. I think Nvidia tried to come in from the side and pick up the kill there, but only managing to pick up the assist. So great play there from CLG, picking up the kill. But Na'Vi really all over the place in this game. Nunu taking a fair bit of damage, has just about managed to miss that Chum the Waters there. There is another tower there, so he's going to be in a lot of trouble and will drop in the end to Fizz, picking up a good kill on Nunu, but Nunu probably taking the wrong direction. Could have gone with Cogmore, but maybe wanted to split up and not have both of them get killed. Cogmore needs to be careful, could bump into Fizz. Fizz is going to see Cogmore, going to try and get in here. Nvidia coming in from the other side, going to try and get the bait out, but Fizz seems pretty happy to get away. Good wall there from Nvidia. The Frostbite tries to go in, but the jump from Fizz more than enough to get away. The Ignite goes down onto Cogmore, will pick up the kill as we get a twisted advance from Maokai. Summon a heal from Fizz, who then jumps away and gets away just about, bumping into Riven again. Alistar coming in with the headbutt. Now Shirelia's Reverie popped there by Nvidia to try and catch up, but in the end nothing really happened. So good play there from Fizz. Summoner Hill showing how useful it is on Fizz in this game. And a really good play there from Fizz. As Graves just getting chased back here by Nunu, not entirely sure why. Nvidia is coming down from the other side, and Riven is coming down as well, but this tower is still just about up, so he is going to be fine at this in this situation. A lot of people happy about that Fizz play. Was strong Fizz play there. I think Cogmore thought he was baiting Fizz in because Nvidia was around, but Fizz pretty much had it under control, dodged that frostbite really well, and then picked up a really strong kill on Cogmore with that strong ignite. So yeah, well played there, as there's going to be a little bit of action around Na'Vi's Golem. They are going to pick it up. Fizz takes it really easily. Frog picking up that tower that was pretty low on health anyway. Is going to come in, could bump into Graves. Has dropped a really good wall there. Graves obviously jumping over the top of it, trying to get that storm in. Maokai now coming in from the side. Shredder's Reverie dropped by him. A lot of damage going down. Shen trying to teleport into Fizz. Does eventually do it. Fizz trying to take down Nunu, but not quite going to get there. Does just about pick up the kill. A lot of damage going down everywhere at the moment. Cogmore taking a lot of damage from Shen. Doesn't look like Cogmore is going to survive that one. Graves getting walled again, but not going to get picked up, so Cogmore just about managing to turn and get away. Now Shen's in a little bit of a bad position, going to be followed by Maokai. Is going to have enough mana to lock him down in place, and Riven coming in from the top. So Shen's going to be all by himself at the moment. He's not going to be able to pick up a kill. Cogmore providing a fun bait. I don't think he's going to pick up Cogmore, as much as I'm sure he would have loved to. And Cogmore getting away really comfortably, and Nvidia picking up the kill on Shen. So CLG yet again looking a lot stronger in these team fights. I'm not commentating by myself. Whatever you guys say in chat, I just talk about that. It's fine. I don't mind. Really good play there from CLG though. They do look a lot stronger in this game. 2 turrets up, 2 dragons up as well, I do believe, and 5 kills up. 5,000 gold exactly up according to my little spectator thing. So looking a lot stronger at the moment. Don't talk to me to in-game chat, just talking normal chat on Twitch TV. The place to be. Oh god, that rhymed. Call me on that, why don't you? Sounded terrible. As we see, Cogmore with double buff is going to be pumping out his ulti as much as he can, doing a fair bit of damage there to Cogmore with just one shot. Fizz does pump out a Jump the Waters towards Cogmore, who quite easily steps to one side and gets away from it. CLG looking the much stronger in this game so far. Fizz has had its moments for Na'Vi, but it's not quite been enough for them to really push ahead in this game and win. So at the moment they are looking a lot weaker in this game. CLG looking pretty much like they did in the last game, looking solid, looking strong, don't look like they're going to make any massive mistakes, so you know, a lot better drilled it seems, as Shen is going to pick up this top turret quite easily. That is going to be the second turret for Na'Vi. It's going to pull them slightly back in terms of gold, but it looks like CLG are looking to either pick up Alistar, who has been slowed a lot. Cogmore doing so much damage. Alistar drops the Twisted Advance, come out, headbutt and pulverize onto Maokai, knocking him up in the air. And CLG trying to swarm around this dragon, know it's coming up very soon and they really want to get on it. This is the second match of the best of 3. Hello to everybody that is watching. As CLG just about managed to pick that up. I don't believe they did actually. A lot of damage going down onto Fizz at the moment. Fizz does indeed drop. Great flash there from Cogmore, getting himself away. Shen taking a fair bit of damage. Don't think there's going to be a kill up there quite yet. Shen does drop. Now we're going to switch. Looking in on Graves. Graves taking a lot of damage. Great wall there from Nvidia. Great frostbite. Great ignite. Glacial Storm just about going down. Looks like he's going to keep chasing as well. Flash in. There's the frostbite. Summoner Hill drop, but then the flash frost just about picking up there for Nvidia. So really well played. CLG didn't pick up the dragon in that last game. Maokai's smite still off cooldown. I do believe that Alistair picked it up, picking up the 190 gold for his team, but it's not going to be enough because CLG are going to pick up Baron, and they picked up all those kills as well. As Nvidia looking strong in mid lane, taking a lot of damage though underneath the turret. CLG do pick up Baron, and now Nvidia looking really strong. Soraka needs to be really careful, does get picked up really well there from Riven with her ult. Now Alistair getting stuck in the wall, in the turret. That was pretty interesting to see. Great stuff there from Nvidia. Perfect wall essentially. Nvidia with more slow at the moment, looking really strong. Probably still does have egg up. She does indeed. Drops that Shreddies and is going to back away now for the moment. If CLG win this game, I'm not entirely sure what's coming up next, so you'd have to bear with me as we are waiting. As we can see at the moment, Shen doing a fair bit of good farming up in this top lane. Did push down that turret quite early on, 197, but still well behind Riven. And we did see in the last game that Riven pushed ahead of Shen, found it pretty comfortable in lane, and then pretty much from that point on Shen became almost a useless character. Does have that strong teleport and the strong taunt, but Riven was dealing way too much damage for it to be too important. CLG looking very strong at the moment, 10 kills up, 1 turret up, 1 Baron up, and I think even on Dragons. Great twisted advance there onto Fizz. A little bit of a weird moment there as Fizz tried to jump away and the twisted advance half failed, but half didn't fail. They are going to pick up this middle turret. As Throgan looks to not go towards Alistair. Alistair was really out of place. Shum the Waters onto Nunu there. Not doing any damage at all though. Now Soraka needs to be really careful, but she is going to drop instantly to Cogmore there, dealing so much damage. Shen pushing in the other lane, but yet again we saw this in the last game. We do have Graves and Shen pushing. Is it going to be enough though? We could see a weird looking base race, which CLG are never really going to lose. Fizz dropping there in the end to Cogmore as he came in from behind. Shen teleporting into Graves, so they are pushing down this bottom inhibitor, but it does look like CLG are going to try and push down straight away. They understand it is turning into a bit of a base race. Cogmore pushing onto this turret, and they're not going to be losing here. And Nvidia has gone back, so CLG were never going to lose as soon as Na'Vi decided that sort of weird tactic. Looking at this 2v1, Nvidia has picked up a kill already, trying to do a bit of damage, but that is going to be a good game. So really well played there from CLG again, finding it really easy to come through that game and pick up the final victory. So they win 2-0. Really strong play from both teams, but CLG just pipping it kind of. They looked stronger, they looked more tight in terms of team play, in terms of CS and farming and jungling and ganks. So CLG with a really strong win there, and they are the winners of the second MSI Nvidia Trophy qualifiers. So congratulations to CLG.eu. Did deserve it, they played really well, did catch a lot of their games and they played really well.